Hi, so this is like the fourth time I'm recording this, and there might be a few jumps in between because I might stop recording and fix something or re-say something, just so you know. But hi, you're probably wondering why I'm having you watch this. I haven't decided if I'm going to send this to you, if I'm going to sit down with you and watch it. Either way, please watch the whole thing before you make any comments. I have notes on my phone right here, so if my eyes aren't looking at the camera, that's why I'm looking at that. So this video, it's a coming out video. Surprise! You guys already know I'm gay, so why am I making a coming out video? Well, I'm not just gay. I am trans as well. Now, before you start thinking, I'm recording this as of April 2020, the end of April, and I've been thinking about this for a long time, longer than you may think, longer than I even thought was possible. But back in elementary school, I didn't want to be a girly girl. I called myself a tomboy. And I had no idea, but the thought of being a normal girl, I hated it. Dad may or may not remember this, but back in 6th grade, right before the daddy-daughter dance, I told him that I didn't want to be a girl because he told me girls had to wear dresses. So I told him I didn't want to be a girl. And then he asked if I wanted to be a boy, and I said no. And so I'm like, I guess I have to be a girl. Many times afterwards, I wish I wasn't born a girl. I thought it would be easier if I was born a guy. Even dreamed one night that I was a boy that I dressed up as a boy and I named myself Jason and I walked around school and everything. That dream made me happy for some reason. Didn't understand why, so I pushed it down. I went online as a guy throughout middle school and beyond. I told myself that it was because I was doing all comic book stuff. And people seem to question you more when you're a girl. So I thought it would be easier to be a boy online. So I made myself an account and named myself Jason. But I'm getting off topic. Back in 7th grade, I saw the identity demigirl, which means you're part girl, part something else. Usually something non-binary. But it's mostly girl. I decided this was probably what I was. But I also decided that would make life hard, and I didn't want to make life any harder than I was. So I pushed it far down and locked it up. Well, Jamie ended up bringing it up, kind of, when she brought up that she was demisexual. And then that's when I started thinking I was asexual back in 11th grade. Started looking at all the LGBT terms and fell in love with them. Fast forward February 2017, I wanted to join this group, and when they asked me what my name was, I had a hard time answering that question. Online, I had always gone by Jason, but I didn't really want to go strictly male name because it was A, mostly dominated by females, that group, and B, I didn't know if I was a male, but I didn't know if I was a female either. So I chose the name Jay, and I didn't use any pronouns at first. Figured that would be the easiest. People can assume whatever gender they wanted to assume because Jay was gender neutral. But it didn't feel 100% right. It took 4 more months till I started using he, him, and they, them pronouns. I found that they made me smile back when I heard them. While talking to my friend Austin, you may know them as Z or Jax, they like to change their name often. They told me about the term demi-boy, which I had heard about before but never really looked into. But I fell in love with it. It's the same as demigirl, only instead of boy. That's what I've been identifying with for almost 3 years now. I'm a demi boy. I'm mostly boy, but not all the way boy. I think the part that's not boy is non-binary, but I don't really choose to identify that. A lot of people like to label every individual part of them, and I do that a lot too. But I think demi boy is the perfect label for me, and I don't feel like going deeper into that. Now you may be wondering, do I still go by Jay? Is that what you call me now? Yes and no. I've been Jay for 3 years now, and it's the name I respond to the easiest. But it doesn't scream boy, and I want something that screams boy. Jay was great when I didn't know my gender, but now I want a manly man name. But for reals, after much decision, I've decided that my name is Edmund. I'm sorry, Mom, it's not a family name that I know of, but this name makes me happy. I keep I get to keep my initials, and I get to be named after my favorite Narnia character. Oh, and my pronouns. Let me explain those a little more. I like he, him, and they, them. Easiest way to remember is he, him makes me smile, they, them are neutral, and she, her makes me sad. So in summary, there's been many signs that I'm not a girl throughout my life that I have either pushed down or locked up. But now I'm getting more comfortable with it, and I am a demi boy who goes by Edmund. I hope you still love me, and I'll take any questions now.